Welcome to the Jerseyboy archive. I am your host, Jerseyboy. Before you watch the video, it should be noted that Quagmire was pretending to be on Faze's side so that he could be more inclined to confess to the terrible things that he has done. He does not actually condone anything that he pretended to agree with Faze on. He only did this to get a confession. This is a common tactic used in police interrogations, for example. Many people in the stream do not realise this and were unfairly calling Quagmire a non-sympathiser due to their own ignorance. I wanted to clarify this in case you get the wrong impression too. This video was originally streamed live on the Quagmire from the Corner Twitch channel. Check out his streams by clicking on the link in the description. He has allowed me to re-upload this and most of the video's content belongs to him. Also check out Callum Soprano's interview with Faze Chicken Eat 5 in the description. For context, his interview happened first, and Quagmire was originally watching it before Faze abruptly left the call, causing Quagmire to call Faze for an interview of his own. The first part of this video will show Quagmire trying to convince Faze to call with him. This happened right after he exits the call with Callum Soprano, and after about 10 minutes Faze finally decides to accept. The actual interview starts at the time stamp on the screen. Enjoy.
Oh dear.
I have an idea.
Oh dear.
Let me send Faze a text real quick. I'll call Heathcliff.
Yeah, no, what a shit show.
He can debunk the thing in a second. The only way I will forgive you is if you call me on call. Otherwise, I will never forgive you. I will do it on stream so you can share your side of the story and I can't edit it. Faze is typing, no, but I said I explained what do you want to know? I need a personal apology on stream. We can talk about it. Yeah, Faze is typing to me right now. So if Faze you're listening, I need you to come on call. Otherwise, you're never getting forgiven by me. No, Faze declined it. I have always been patient with you, Faze. But if you don't, you know, Faze did what he did. Why is that, Dinkers? To be fair, maybe if he did do it for humiliation or whatever, but no, he's definitely a paedophile, Dinkle. He's definitely a paedophile. He literally made a group just for like gooning on session. It's not doing it. Don't take any notice of what he's actually saying, because it's not true. I was going to joke, to be fair. Okay, fair enough. 1 second, Heathcliff. I'll call you back after, and I'll just do a regular stream and I'll show it all on screen. But Faze offered to call me, so I'll do that in a second, and I'll just call you back. Hello.
Hello. Sorry, I actually thought I pressed enter. The message I sent was just sitting on the thing.
Okay, cool. So there's a couple of things, because obviously, you know, I was the one who spoke to you about this, and I thought I was being quite reasonable about this. I didn't go around telling anyone about. I kept it all private until you tried pinning it on me, right? I kept every voice notes private until you pinned it on me.
Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Right. Well, I didn't want to admit it, and I really do apologise for it, and I mean that. I do really apologise for it. I didn't want to admit that I actually had anything to do with it. I mean, why would I want to admit that? But
why would I want to admit that? Why would I want anything to do with that?
Well, I don't know, and I just, well, at the time you were just the easiest person. I wanted to pin it on someone. I didn't. Well, obviously I regret it, and well, none of this should have happened in the first place. But you were just the easiest person, sadly. But I really do regret it, and I apologise so much.
But I mean, surely you would blame it on someone who's been really mean to you. I thought personally, I was very kind to you when everyone was like making fun of you.
I mean, I know, and I mean, to be fair, I deserved it because I was an attention seeker. I still am sometimes, but yeah.
I just don't understand it. It's like, you know, I would like, you know, personally not like. I don't think you understand, like, because I told you what you needed to do, and I this is more advice I'd give to Robbie Manic or give to anyone else, because you hadn't actually gone out and targeted anyone. I told you to, you know, delete all your accounts so your parents and you don't get harassed, and then I told you to and then I told you to get therapy or help, and you said you did, and you even told me that you told your mum about you like jacking it to kids in the.
No, I didn't say. I'm sorry. I don't mean to get like angry or whatever, but I didn't say I did that. I mean, I said I told my mum, but I didn't actually say I did. I mean, it might be in the voice recording. I mean, it was 2:30 in the morning, and I was really not, and I was really in a state, in a bad cold, and I don't. If I did say that, I don't remember it. But seriously, I don't actually remember ever saying that I did it, because I didn't. Because I didn't.
Maybe you misspoke. I'll give you misspoke, sir. It's kind of ironic there. Maybe you misspoke. I'll give you the benefit of a doubt here. Let's say you misspoke, right? What you said on chat, so I can get. I'm not gonna get up because, you know, this call is just to see if I can forgive you, Faze. So I will be kind and be like and give you the chance to explain yourself. But what you said on a chat was that you did tell your mum specifically about the kids thing, and then she said she wasn't happy about it, is what you said. And I mean, again, you might have misspoke, yes, but I'd like you to, you know, to hear that.
I said I was referring towards the images that were favorited. I was not referring to what you just said. I never actually said that. This is what's been taken very much out of context.
So,
here.
Why would your mum care about? And again, I'm not trying to like expose you or anything. I'm just wanting to ask. 'Cause I'm very confused. Is why would your mum you know, why would your mum care if you just had pictures of kids on your Flickr? Like, isn't that like, that'd be pretty normal? She'd only get angry if it was, you know, used for like, you know, degenerate purposes, if that makes sense. Otherwise, like,
no,
yeah.
Well, no, not really. Anyone would get.
Why would you get angry then?
No, anyone would. This is what's been. Anyone would, but because it's me, a lot of people assume that's what I meant.
But not your mum. No, not your mum. Because your mum would be like, you know, she'd expect the best for you. She'd think my son couldn't do that.
Yes, and she knows that I wouldn't have actually ever had, you know, over it, and I never actually felt anything. But I explained to her because I knew it would one day eventually get out, and well, I didn't exactly say that I wanted it to get out, but I did say to her that I had done this and that, and she wasn't happy that I had favorited it.
You done what? Sorry, I was just playing a game. Sorry, what did you say?
Well, about that, I told my mum that I favorited stuff. I didn't tell her exactly I wanted the attention. I didn't exactly, because I mean, I didn't want to admit that was the reason. But
Faze, there's nothing wrong with favoriting a pic of a child. Like, I'm sure, like, if you're like,
no, you're trying to gaslight me here. No, is. No, you are.
Okay, no, let me give you an example, right? Let's say I've got like a pic of like my younger sibling, and I favorite that. Or let's say I have a picture of, like, you know, a kid, but he's playing football or he's in a boxing ring, right? That's not anything wrong about it unless you make it wrong about it. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Well, I mean, it would look very odd, and that's the reason why. But I mean, I know.
I'm really confused because I don't think it would look odd. And like, if my mum found out, right, I had like pictures of, I don't know, like a kid playing football or something. She would just expect, oh, okay, that's just like a picture of a kid playing football. But if my mum got angry at me, there must be something she'd get angry at me about, right? Surely.
Well, if it's a stock image, then that's different because stock images are supposed to be public and for the public to use. So, as I was saying to Soprano, context very much matters here. But it was because it was on a site that had, well, basically adult content on, let's be honest.
Not Flickr. Flickr's just a photography account.
Yeah, but I don't think you've actually researched Flickr enough.
I have. I have. I've seen Flickr. It's just a normal photography account, but the things you had on there were like fetish related. Like, why would you include a picture of kids with your other fetishes?
Well, I mean, that along with the name, like the fetishes along with the name, is something that would have basically put the, what's the saying? Basically had made it out that it was me. That would be like the nail in the that's the word, the nail in the coffin that it was actually me, by using the name and the stuff that I liked, like the well, I'm assuming the arms thing. That, by the way, you take the piss out of me for that. I mean, no problem. I mean, I know that's a bit weird, but that's not. There's nothing really that wrong with it in the context of what we're talking about here. But
I mean, you know, of course, there's nothing wrong with having an arm fetish. I mean, everyone's got weird fetishes and all that type of stuff. But basically, what I was trying to say is like, why, like, you know, for me personally, again, if I was to have a photo of just, you know, involved a kid, maybe like I'm just doing like street photography or something, I'd have it on my photography page and not on my fetish page. Do you know what I mean? You know, it wouldn't be anything near stuff that like would arouse me. It'd be near stuff that's like innocent, like maybe photos of trees or squirrels or some shit like that.
Well, if you had watched the Sopranos stream, I did actually say that I had wanted to create a personal account for just generic photography. I'll explain it again because it's worth explaining. So last year I wanted to create just a normal account on there because I had heard of the website before. I never really checked it out, but when I checked it out, and I was getting some inspiration for some ideas for my photography for it, and I didn't know at the time, but I don't know why, but I assumed that you could get commissions out of it, you know, like getting paid. I mean, it would be nothing. If you could get paid on there, it'd be nothing huge, but I thought you could. But when I found out you don't actually get paid for it, and it has a base limit of 1,000 image uploads, which, to be honest, I wanted to upload more than 1,000 of some outtakes that I'd taken as well. And you have to pay. It's actually I'm pretty sure it's a lot to get unlimited images, and I'd just be losing money. So I just thought there's not much point. And I was slightly aware of the 18. Well, I wouldn't, as I said on Soprano stream, it's not exactly the black and orange YouTube kind of NSFW, but there was a slightly NSFW side to that website. And this was back when I was doing my whole Euro.me thing, so I was very much not in the best frame of mind. And because originally I actually used that account for just generic, but it was just generic, slightly sexual stuff of just adult.
I need to cut you off a little bit, Faze. I just need to know, like, why did you make that voice note of you crying, like admitting to everything? Like, I don't, if you were doing it for attention or if it was fake, why would you cry?
It was 2:30 in the morning.
I don't cry at 2:30 in the morning.
Well, I do, so it depends what it is. But I was really, I had a bad cold. I was really not. I wanted to go to bed. Like when you messaged me about it, I was almost going to go to bed, but I didn't because you messaged me. But I wanted to go to bed, and I didn't exactly want to admit because I'm telling you the truth here. I just wanted to get an explanation out the way so I could go to bed. I'm going to be honest, and I was really not. I just wanted sleep, and sorry, my nose is a bit blocked up, and so it was unfortunately just the easiest way out of it, and I didn't quite exactly think it through. I'm going to be honest, I really didn't think it through, and I'm not just saying it to kind of like, you know, lighten it a bit. I'm telling you the truth, and I mean it. I'm telling you the truth here. I sent those, and plus it was easier than typing as well. I've been sitting there all day typing. I don't type very fast on this keyboard I have. I was on my computer, so I just did it on my phone. It was easier.
It's hard to type with one hand. I get it.
No,
I mean, I'm making sure you're sick. Sorry, because you're sick. You know, you can use the other hand. But yeah.
No, don't make jokes about that, please. I was just. I'm not making up. I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to like make me look stupid.
No, Faze, I've been very nice to you actually. I've been very nice to you, considering what you did to me. So you got to at least give me the opportunity to talk to you about it.
I understand, but the truth is, like, when I sent that voice message, it was. I wanted to go to bed. I was just like, I had a bad cold. I still got a cold a little bit, but it was when I was like down hard with it, and it was 2:30 in the morning. I wanted to go to bed. It was the easiest way to basically just get it out of just get some sort of explanation out there, so I could just get it out there so I could actually go to bed and just, well, not forget about it, but just like, I could just not think about it. But I didn't think it through at the time. I didn't think it through, and I didn't want to admit to you that I did it for attention, because I would actually be there all night explaining it, and I didn't have the energy, nor, to be honest, I didn't really have the patience for it. So that's why I sent those voice notes. But because I sent those voice notes, and because all of the bloody texts, it just made it so much worse. And
yeah, so much worse for you, Faze, because if I'm honest, like, you can't really say did it for attention in a way, because like, from my perspective at least, I might be wrong, but I was told by someone else who found the things, and then if you really wanted negative attention, you know I don't want negative attention, so you could have kept me out of it. There was really no reason to say I framed you, really, except maybe the fact you did it. And also, you have a session account, right? And you made a CP group for it.
I did. Well, I didn't, and it wasn't even that. And
so you joined the CP group? Sorry, you didn't create it.
I didn't. No, I didn't join it at all. I had a session account.
Oh, okay.
No, you're just gonna do what?
I don't edit videos. I don't edit videos. I'm just asking you.
No, you're just. No, I don't want to be rude, but I do feel like you're just saying stuff to make it look worse.
No, you can say no. It's just my word versus your. Well, I know you're my word. I'm asking questions, so it's like literally you can say no, I didn't do that, Quagmire. No, and I'd be like, okay, fair enough. I just need to ask you.
Yeah, but it's you who everyone looks up to versus me, who has the track record of bloody.
Well, if I think you're telling the truth, I'll stick up for you, Faze. If I think I'm telling you the truth.
Yeah, but you don't know. This is the issue.
I don't know. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you, because I might be wrong, and maybe you know, you did get framed, or I just have to ask you.
Well, there was this guy I was friends with on Discord, a Swedish guy.
Oh.
Who asked me, who what?
No, I just remember the Swedish guy. You mentioned him on Soprano stream.
Yes.
Yeah.
And his Reddit accounts were banned.
Oh.
And I don't know. I didn't ask him.
Oh.
But
Not
the
good.
reason why, please don't try to patronise me, please.
No, I'm just saying because like you were saying like I don't want it to look bad on you for like something, you know, that could have been like you being framed or something, you know.
You're being a bit sarcastic, I'm gonna be honest, but I'll continue. So the reason why I had a connection with him, well, I wouldn't say connection, but a mutual kind of, he knew about me, was because I was in. That's really flipping embarrassing for me. It's not even bad what I was in, but it's just embarrassing. I was in this arm fetish Discord server. Okay, you can laugh if you want.
No, I need to ask you something, Faze, because this is really important, and it just occurred to me, and I think it might be interesting for you to know, or at least answer, because when you were on Soprano stream, I was listening a little bit, but I didn't want to have too much attention or like on you, because I didn't want you know, maybe I didn't want Soprano to edit you into looking bad guy, because I know you're a good guy. But what I was saying was when you went on to Telegram, you were saying you were using it for scientific stuff, right? I don't know. I wasn't there, so I need you to like confirm or deny it for me, right? Right. Okay. You didn't use it for porn at all, because you know you would use Google Chrome for that, right?
Well, let me explain that. I did explain it.
Okay. Cool.
I posted some stuff on my stories on Telegram. It was not bad. So
Yeah.
don't start making up stuff. It was not bad.
Okay.
But it was an extension to my me, or however the hell you pronounce it. It was an extension to that. But the chats I was in were not anything how people have made it up to me.
No.
I can promise you that now.
Okay. Basically, there is one thing that I need to talk to you about that actually, and I don't want to be like too harsh or anything, but you said you only used it for scientific papers. What if I was to tell you that on your Telegram I actually have images of your IRL friends that you were wanking over? And I'm not trying to be a dick here, I'm just saying I have pictures of that. So that's one lie you've told me already. And I'm happy to continue the call, but you've got to be truthful from now on. I said I know. I'm not lying. I know. I don't think I know.
And would you be able to link of these, please, just so there is
sure.
Actual...
I won't put it on stream because I'm not that harsh.
No. Send me the actual message links.
Of course.
Would prove it or not.
And also, you said your phone's on. You haven't been using it. Unfortunately, what I saw was that you used. It said it used recently or something. So let me show you real quick. Let me show you. Oh, sorry, Mikey. 1 second, mate. You can play with me whenever you want.
And can you link of these, like actual post links, like the URLs of these, please?
Pardon?
Can you send the URL links of this? Because this would prove it.
This is your Telegram.
Is it? Have you got actual? Well, I
have actual proof. Yes.
I'm not confirming or denying, but do you have a genuine message link, like an actual post link? Because you're able to do that. I have a picture of I have a picture of your account. These are all people you know IRL. I've seen a picture of Ellis. I know it's Ellis. So I do know it's actually her, and I know it's your account. And it was used recently. So I'm not gonna. There's no kids on this one, Daniel. Sorry, Faze. I'm not gonna shit on you for this. So there's no kids on your Telegram. So, but I'd like for you to at least admit it was yours. It doesn't I admit it's mine, but
okay, that's fine. But you said you only used it for scientific papers, and this one.
Well,
one second, Matt. You've just lied to me once. If you said you were using it for scientific papers and you've used it for Telegram, for sending nudes and stuff, that's one lie you've told me, right? And I'm happy. I don't mind. I don't mind you lying to me once, but you at least admit to me. At least be honest with me.
You are aware these are stories, not posts that were posted in channels nor messages, don't you? You are aware of this?
Yes.
Because if you remember, I admitted to you that I used the stories as an extension to my Euro. And I admitted that, and if you remember, these are stories. These are not channel posts or anything. These are stories that were publicly available.
And what about that porn session group you were in as well? Because you said you weren't doing any stuff like that for ages, and then I checked, your last activity was 25 days ago, and that account was used for sharing pretty nasty porn, wasn't it, Faze?
Well, it wasn't, and 25 days ago, yes, because that is when I last went on there, because I just wanted to check out, see. Well, I didn't really have anyone. The only person I had was that guy from Discord, and I'd only had messages from him, and these messages weren't even bad, but the last activity would have been 25 days ago. That sounds about right, because that was the last time I actually logged onto there on the app.
Unfortunately, Faze, I don't want to be I don't want to accuse you of lying or anything, but because that group on your Reddit, Telegram, no, your Reddit, sorry, your session was linked, so people have actually gone on the group and saw what it was. So I don't want to accuse you of lying or anything, but we know.
Well, you already are accusing me, but those accusations.
I'm just saying. Okay, well, let's forget I said this, right? Let's forget.
The thing is, I will need to know who has said this, because it's. If you might have to tell me, because I will be able to either prove or disprove. I will be able to. If you tell me, I will physically be able to prove or disprove. So it's fine if you don't. It's fine if you don't tell me.
I'm saying you're telling me on that Telegram account there was no porn shared on that session account. Sorry, one 25 days ago what used for session. You're telling me there was no porn. Because let me tell you, we know. Just so you know.
You don't know. That's the thing.
Okay, well, okay. Then you tell me then.
So I had that guy from Discord on it, and
there was other people, like it was a public group. It was a public group. Anyone could join it. Hence why we know.
Do you know? Well, it's a.
You don't have to believe it. I'm just asking you. You don't have to.
Well, I don't really believe you, except for the fact that.
Well, why would it matter if we knew or not anyway? Unless there was. I mean, again, it could be completely innocent, but unless there was something to hide, I don't know why it matters if we know or not.
Well, it does matter, because you're trying to basically frame me.
I'm not. I haven't. I've anything you've shared to me. I've seen that you've admitted was yours. I shared it to the mod team. I didn't share it to anyone else, and then you framed me, which is why I shared it.
Really?
No, I'm serious. Like, you could ask the mod team. I said I wouldn't share it to anyone, and then you framed me, and then therefore I shared it. That's true. You can ask anyone on the mod team.
Well, the reason why I framed you in the first place was because I didn't want to admit it was me, basically.
Did you? But I know. But did you think I wanted to? Do you think I wanted people to think it was me or something? I don't know.
Well, you were just the easiest person to.
Faze, I mean, the easiest person to beat up would be a kid. Would you still do it? Do you know what I mean? Like, just because something's easy doesn't mean you should do it. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
Anyway, apart from that, you said you used Tor for scientific papers, right? Which is fair enough. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of cool stuff on Tor, but what was your reasoning for it again? Because you could just use Google Scholar, and that would have been much easier.
Yeah, but I mean, you can say that. I mean, maybe that's true. I don't know, because I do research a lot on Google about that now, because I don't use Tor browser anymore, because I wasn't using it for a while and it took up just space on my computer I didn't need. So I don't even have Tor anymore. But the reason why I was using it was for genuine that purpose.
Yeah.
And you can argue as much as you like, because trust me, I know the reputation it has. I know, unfortunately, the reputation it has, and I don't agree with anything on there, but
anything on there. Do you doing bad stuff on there? Okay. I just want to make sure you've got the correct. Because the thing is,
Yes.
like, all like for scientific research, like, one second, I need to pause this. It's very easy to like use Google Scholar or anything to get like your research links, and you don't have to use Tor, and it's faster than Tor as well.
Get yourself gone, shut up, pedo. Get yourself gone, shut up, pedo.
Well, it's probably faster, yes, because Tor isn't great when it comes to loading stuff. Because it used to take ages to load a bloody PDF or.
Yeah, but why would you use it and you get better information that's faster on Google Chrome? Like I know, like
it's just more on you. I don't think you actually know. If you were to see yourself, you clearly don't. Otherwise, you wouldn't be. I know
how it all works. I know how Google Scholar works. And as I think later Heathcliff said, if it's okay with you, Faze, Heathcliff's like really into science and he wanted to discuss the black hole thing with you. If you wanted to go on call with him, like literally like. Bit later, because obviously I still got a bit more to discuss with you, but he wants to ask you about your he wants to ask you about your black hole theories and stuff, if that's alright.
No, because it's going to be bait, so I shall not be participating in that. Thank you.
Okay, no, you don't have to. I'm just asking you if you want to or not.
Yeah, I'm aware of your traps, so yeah. But I
didn't traps. What do you mean traps? I literally. The only person that was ever nice to you, Faze, like when you were getting bullied, was I'm not fucking trying to trap you. I'm just you can't accuse me of being a nonce and then accuse me of trapping you, bro. Like you like the only person that's like tried to stick up for you now. You're fucking going like crazy on me. It seems like
it's just some of the stuff people come out with. Seriously, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get me to slip up, and if I join that call with Heathcliff, he's gonna start saying stuff. I'm more than aware.
I generally not.
And I'm just...
If you want stream early, you know what we're going to try and do, and that's because Heathcliff said he was in scientific research papers, and he wanted to see if he could like if he could read it and see if it was real. If it's real, you've got nothing to hide, right? So that's what.
Well, first off, I don't use Tor anymore. Second off, if I did re-download Tor, I didn't even have a Tor. Tor, you don't have accounts on there, and the URL I had saved the URL for a lot of the websites I got those papers from. But I don't know if you've ever seen Tor links. They're incredibly complex, and because I didn't think I'd ever stop using Tor for scientific research, I didn't save. And you can say this is convenient, you can say whatever you like.
I'm not saying anything.
But that's well, you're going to, so you know, might as well just get this out of the way.
Oh fuck my life.
I don't remember what the URL for those were because I don't have Tor browser. I've not used the last time. Well, I deleted it in December.
Yeah, okay, but Faze, again, like, let's go to your Motherless page, right? Why were there pics of barely legal teens on your Motherless page? That part you can't deny.
The same reason why there were weird stuff on Flickr. So you've
committed a crime, basically, for attention, is what you just told us. So you've just literally admitted to a crime on stream, and I'm not trying to trap you, but you've just done it.
You do know what barely legal means, don't you?
Yeah, I do. But some of the girls there seemed a bit young, like less than 18, perhaps even. Let's say.
Well, they wouldn't even be on that website anyway, because I.
Okay, but you're talking about Motherless, the website for like fucking people having sex with dogs is on there.
Well, I know it wouldn't be on there because I've heard the story. They're hot on stuff like that. They will. Literally, if you dare try, because if you
we have it sourced, man. You can. Everything's been recorded. Not this call, sir. I mean, like your Motherless account. It's all been recorded. And
has it? Right.
Well, it has. You know something else as well is if anyone authority gets involved, they're going to subpoena Motherless, and everything will be exposed. So you gotta be honest now, because this is like. I mean, you don't have to be honest, actually, but you can do what you want. But the truth of the matter is, if you get subpoenaed, they're literally gonna expose everything. So if if any police gets involved, if anyone from the corner tells the police, the website gets subpoenaed and all of your everything gets exposed. That's it. Or subpoenaed, however it's called, but you know what I mean. They can do that. Law enforcement agencies can contact the website. Your account, and when you delete something, it's not deleted forever. Let me just say that.
I'm aware of that because I've been able to dig up some stuff to disprove a lot of stuff. But yes.
So you're completely confident, like, because we could, if you'd be completely fine if someone from the corner went to tell a law enforcement agency. You'd be fine with that.
Well, no, but I just.
Why? Why would you not be fine with that?
Are you aware of how that website works? Are you aware of before stuff gets posted on there, it has to be manually reviewed by a person? Are you aware of that?
But do they get ID'd? It's all amateur porn. How are they going to get ID'd?
Well, sometimes.
And also, Faze, this is the site where they post animal porn. What do you mean? Like,
do they? Well, I didn't even see it on there. I only went on the human bit.
I thought you said you were like you knew how the site worked well.
Yes, how the upload system worked, not how
have you uploaded anything on there?
Worked. Well, I uploaded like I can't even remember, did I? But if I had, it would have been from years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, it's probably not a good thing. Let me just say, to be honest, that's years ago you'd be 17, especially. That's really bad, actually.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Now you've just admitted to uploading. Okay. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
Well, no.
Doesn't matter.
No, I haven't admitted to anything because, well, I don't even. When I say years ago, it would have been like from November 2024 time when I was over 18.
Yeah, clearly the upload system isn't as well vetted as you think, unfortunately. Then, because if you were uploading stuff and you were underage and they got approved, and clearly their upload system isn't really that good.
Okay.
So maybe those girls were not of age and you've just committed to a crime.
No, I've not even admitted to anything.
Okay, I might be wrong. Okay, I'm not saying I'm like completely right, but it does sound like a little bit dodgy, don't you think? I don't know.
Yes, I'm aware. Just okay. What's done is done. I've admitted I did it for I've explained so much.
I know, but Faze, can I just explain this to you? If you can't commit a crime and then say it was for attention. Like you've just. How old was it when you put her on the porn sites? Because that part is pretty important as well.
18.
Okay, and if we ask her, because we have our contact information, so we can literally.
So do I.
I know you do, and how will she feel that if I'm not saying I'm going to do this because I'm respectful of it, but if someone was to DM her and tell her about what you did to her, how would she feel?
Obviously, I regret it, but
what about people who are IRL to and know that she's younger than you? How is that gonna?
She's barely younger than me, literally like a few months.
Okay, so this is another thing that's not been very good, Faze, that you've omitted from the details.
I don't think you understand, but whatever.
What do you mean I don't understand? I've explained everything very clearly to you. Oh, he's left. I just got him to admit to it. I told you guys, you got to be patient. Jesus Christ. I told you it was I told you you've got to be nice to them, and then they will they'll tell you everything. They'll tell you everything themselves. Yeah, of course Heathcliff, after this match. Oh, yeah, literally all you have to do is Be nice to them. I know it's I know it sounds like, I don't know, maybe I'm sticking up for him or whatever, but it's not. It's just literally people like that are their own worst enemy. And it's all recorded, so if anyone needs to use it, it felt like a police interrogation. That's how I got him to admit it in the first place. I was just using police interrogation tactics. Cheers, Quagmire. I love you. Love you too, mate. Already going in the video, bruh. Oh, I fucking wrecked him. Yeah, Connor Louis Farrow. I don't know, just like the stuttering Quagmire, mate. I know they're gonna complain about my stuttering again or whatever, but that's what acting when I start play. Yeah, it's really complicated. I kind of wanted to tell you. I didn't want you guys to think I was sticking up for the guy who tried to frame me for that, but at the same time, I needed a confession from him. Do you know what I mean? Worst interview than Prince Andrew. I know he's really fucked up. Right, let me call Heathcliff right now and just get him to debunk it. Tank went AFK. This guy doesn't understand what's happened. But yeah, I don't really care about him. All hero starter adds character. That's so true. You know, his tactic was crazy. He kept digging himself a bigger hole. I know. You're just gonna be like, oh, you know, oh, Faze. You know, what you did wasn't that bad. What you did wasn't that bad. I'm sure you did, you know, you didn't mean to do it. I'm sure you've done, you know, that wasn't that bad. And then he just digs himself a hole, and then yeah, whatever.